Hi, it's Angela, and I'm back to talk some more about Ehlers, Danlos, and its co-morbidities. I'm sorry, I'm really angry, right? I fell asleep on the couch watching a really stupid movie, which I like to do. I like to fall asleep watching movies, and woke up choking on my own vomit. I ate today. Apparently, I shouldn't have, because I am not digesting, so I haven't been eating. It's not really great, but I'm angry because I finally slept, right? I just fell asleep. And why I vomited is because my swallowing reflex wasn't working. Autonomic, dysautonomia. And I've never had that happen before. I've never actually vomited in my mouth while I was sleeping. After I coughed and choked and woke up, my son got scared. And that's not awesome, because now he won't sleep tonight. He'll watch me instead. So I'm angry. And this is why I'm so dedicated to sharing my story, because it took me 51 years to get to an answer. And had it not been for the internet, I wouldn't have that answer. It needs to be better, because even though we have one system where almost everybody is on board, they still don't look at the whole picture, because that's not their specialty. So I just wanted to run through some of the things that you can kind of look for and see if they sound familiar to you. Bing! Light bulb. So here's what I deal with all the time. Vertigo. Elevated fasting glucose. So what that means is if I don't eat, my sugar shoots up really high. The minute I eat, I'm fine. Desquamated skin. So my cousin will love this one. When I was a kid, her and my sister used to call me lizard skin, because when I would have like a breakout of, it did feel like lizard skin. It was scratchy, but now it's desquamated skin. So still a lizard, oot toot, still a lizard. Raynaud's phenomenon, secondary. I wasn't born with it. It has occurred because of this. Anxiety, duh. Moderate episode of recurrent major depressive disorder. Adjustment disorder with mixed anxiety and depressed mood. Migraine with aura. Thanks. I've had those my whole life. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, predominantly inattentive type. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Mixed. Visual spatial disorder. Primary hypertension, which I have high blood pressure sometimes, and I have really low blood pressure sometimes. It just depends on how my muscles around my blood vessels feel like constricting that day. Chronic periodontal disease. Oh, this is my favorite. So thank you, Ehlers, because my blood flow no longer hits my teeth and my tooth fell out. It fell out. Do you know what it's like to be missing a tooth in the front? I'm a smiley person. I smile all the time, and I'm like, hello. It's a nightmare. I have to wait for a bunch of therapy to get done so that I can get a fake tooth put back in. Yeah, imagine that. It's been like 6 months, and oh, let's see here. Conjunctivitis. So, as some people know, that is pink eye. But I don't get pink eye because I like scratch my butt and touch my eyeball. I get it when I'm stressed. So it's awesome. Current pansionitis. So I get constant infections in my nose because it doesn't work all the time. I was misdiagnosed with right rotator cuff tendonitis. It just turns out that's just the joint mobility issue. Bilateral carpal tunnel syndrome, and that's just also from Ehlers Danlos. I mean, everything is. Everything ties back to this. But I had surgery in this hand, and it took me a year and a half to heal, like a literal year and a half. Most people go back to work a week, 2 weeks. Oh, let's see here. I'm sorry, I'm cold, but I can't bear anything on my skin right now. Okay, polyneuropathy. Whatever. I can't feel my right toe. I don't really care. Well, my right big toe. I can feel part of it, but not half of it. And honestly, like, that's the least of my worries. Like, whatever. Chest discomfort. I like that. Well, anyway, every now and then I get some pains in my chest, and that's just muscles and joint and, things moving around. Dysphagia, and this is where I told you I couldn't talk. Like I wasn't, the words in my head couldn't come out of my mouth. And I realized that saying I felt stupid may sound like I'm being like self deflating, but I'm sorry. Stupid used to mean stupid. And I felt slow, very slow. Like I couldn't process information. I had a really hard time processing things, and I had to go through 2 years of therapy. And now my brain, and a lot of supplements, and now my brain is doing really great. It's like back, almost back. I mean, I'm 52. I'm hitting menopause, so yeah, I'm going to have some brain fog, but I can recall most words, and I am able to respond and process, which is really nice. Cognitive change, fibromyalgia, yeah, whatever. Just misrouted pain, nerve damage, like normal for Ehlers, Danlos, blepharitis of both eyes. Here we go back to their dirty eyelids, but it turns out that when I'm stressed or my eyes don't tear up, which they don't do, poof, my whole eyes will turn black, and it's a nightmare. But sadly, blepharitis really hurts. It's so painful. It feels like there's sand in your eyes all the time. But again, addressing it is so much better. Sinus tachycardia. So sometimes, again, heart will beat like crazy. Vitamin D deficiency. Every now and then, my body just won't use it. Narcolepsy, of course. Rectal bleeding. Sometimes I strain too hard because I can't go. Elevated high sensitivity C reactive protein. So sometimes there's too much protein in my liver. It's not dangerous levels, but paired with a couple of other things, it should be concerning to you and your doctor. They're going to want to look for that, like high creatinine. I'll get to it. Dry skin, dermatitis, lizard, anemia. I often have low red blood count. Motion sickness. That goes with my vertigo. Sometimes when I stand up or move, and this is where I say it's POTS, but it's not POTS because it's not horrible like the people that have full-on POTS. Sometimes I stand up too soon and I fall down or pass out. A generalized anxiety disorder, insomnia, again, part of narcolepsy. Let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. This is all just other stuff like foot pain, myalgia, acute UTI. That doesn't really matter. Allergic rhinitis. So I'm allergic to everything. And I can't take any antihistamines because histamines are what keep me awake. And I have to take a product called Wakix every day so that I can stay awake. And I have to pair that with ADHD medication because it also helps my ADHD, but that's the only way that I can stay awake without constantly falling asleep. Obstructive sleep apnea syndrome. So they used to tell me it was because I was overweight. And I'm like, that makes no sense because if I lose weight, it gets worse. Well, 20 years. It took me 20 years to find this. Because of my Ehlers Danlos, I have a condition called TMJ. And what it means is that when I open my mouth, it clacks and like it's stuck sometimes. So you can feel it. Doesn't have a smooth open and close. And so when I sleep and relax, my jaw slides back and shuts. So it had nothing to do with my weight and any weight, high, fat, skinny, it didn't matter. Absolutely nothing to do with that. And everything to do with the fact that all I needed was a frickin' mouthpiece to pull my jaw forward at night. I had this stupid mask I had to wear all over my face. And then it would blow my eyes open every now and then. And it wasn't ever great. One little mouthpiece, I'm fine. I don't have obstructive sleep apnea with the mouthpiece in. If I don't have it in, I will wake up every 7 seconds because my jaw closes. Should I exercise-induced asthma? I was told that I have asthma. Well, that was wrong. It was my heart. My heart doesn't catch up. It takes a minute. So as I got older, it got more pronounced. And as a kid, it never really, or a young adult, or in my 20s and 30s, it never mattered. I was always in the gym. I was always working out. I was in some kind of sports. So every now and then I have to wait a second and catch my breath. And luckily I had done all of that my whole life and been active, because it really helped me stay a lot healthier and not have all these problems that I have now. Not asthma. I do need to use an inhaler sometimes. Yeah, I have more. I did get labeled with pre-diabetes. I was really irritated about that. That had to do with the fasting. You know, I'm fasting because I can't eat. Let's see here. Blurry vision. That was dumb. That was a dumb diagnosis. I think I just deleted a page. That's enough for now, right? Right. I just want to tell you that in all of this, it sounds like a lot, right? And it is. And you have bad days sometimes. You have really shitty days sometimes, but it's not every day. So don't think you're not dealing with this just because you're not in pain all the time, or because sometimes you don't have any problems. This is the problem with Ehlers Danlos and diagnoses like this and other connective tissue disorders. There's never a rule. There's never, this is going to happen every day. This is something that's going to show up every single day. And that's just not, it's not true. Oh, see right here, this is mast cell activation syndrome, because I realized how much time I've spent talking. So I got anxious, and now my body is reacting as if I'm having an allergy, and that's not happening. And sometimes all this happens in the same day, but most of the time it doesn't. Thanks for watching. Follow me. Have a great night.